Hello, hello, good morning, happy Friday. We made it through another week. And today we're gonna make over a salt and pepper shaker. So when you get in, come on in, say hi, let me know that you're here. I got a little bit started already because I had to get some base coats in, and you guys don't need to see me base coat. So come on in, my name's Lisa. This is my page, Junque to Joyful. Trying to pull up my comments here. Bear with me. Hope everyone is having a good morning. And there we go. Make sure my volume's down. I don't need to be hearing that. Got one eyeballs on. Good morning, good morning. All right, I got my comments there. Good morning, Sybil. I hope you had a good day yesterday. I hope you have a great weekend coming up. Thank you for sprinkling me out. I got this set. I got one started because I had to do my base coat. And this is a nice size. I got it thrifted. Let's see. It is about 9 inches tall. So I got this complete set at my local thrift, and I went ahead, gave it a base coat. Probably didn't need to do the spray paint, but I wanted to give it a nice base coat before I came in with my plaster and cashew. So that is what I've done so far. Spray paint and then my combo of the chalk paint. And what I'm thinking, I'm gonna do on this part right here, I'm gonna do some squares today. Figured stripes down here, so I will continue my line all the way down. Stripes, squares, and then gold bands. And then this, because it is the peppermill, I'm gonna keep the top black to signify pepper. I'm not gonna do the peppermill today. I will get that done another time. We're gonna focus on the salt shaker. Good morning, Irma. Thank you for being here. So I did the same thing with the salt shaker. It was a matching set. I did, if you're just coming in, my spray paint, maybe not so much necessary. I could have came in right with my plaster and cashew combo. If you've seen me do that before, I just put a little bit of plaster, cashew, and just pull a little bit into the center, get that creamy color that I'm looking for. And I continue down. You can see I've got my vertical stripes going down. I went all the way to the end, and then I just have 2 rows left of the horizontal, and we're gonna get that all the way around. I tried to get a decent part done ahead of time so that you guys aren't sitting here watching me just base coat and dry. So same concept here. I'm gonna do just the every other first stripe, squares. Since this is the salt shaker, I'm gonna leave this with that plaster and cashew combo to signify salt. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Kathy, for being here. Thank you, everybody. So once I did my verticals, now I'm just gonna come around, I'm gonna finish my horizontals. I've just got one of my skinny rulers, and I made sure that the width up here is pretty similar to how the height, I should say, is gonna be similar to the width there. And then I'm just eyeballing for the rest of it. I'm gonna go one to one side, come back, and if I go a little bit, let's see, nope, that one got off. Because if you go a little bit each way, left and right, all the way around, it should meet up so that you're not going downhill so much. And then I will just bring it right here and they meet up. So we're gonna do those. You can leave, I was kind of torn. I divided it into, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 verticals. I almost stopped at 4. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go one more because I wanted to see it all the way around. If I just divided in 4s, you weren't going to see the whole idea. You can go either way. Do you want small squares or big squares? All customizable, all depends on what you're looking for. And then I always start in the center and do my 5, and then I just branch out from that. And then because I know that I have an even number all the way around, I know I won't have 2 of the same colors right next to each other. So what does everyone have going on today? What's your plans? Are you watching the, I think it's candlesticks over in Craft Around the Clock today? I caught a few. I think I'm gonna go alternate here. I've been getting my laundry going and I need to go get my hydrangeas cut down. So I might have to pull it up in my ear, in the AirPods, and listen to the candlestick fun day for Friday over in Craft Round the Clock. So cheers to everyone for Friday. I've already had my coffee today and now I'm moving on to my water. So the black that I'm using, always lamp black. It's a one and done. But as you can see, oh, now I got a call coming through. Sorry about that. I hope I'm not freezing up. I didn't put my do not disturb on because I always have to be available if my daughter needs to be told she can leave school. Those that were here, we started out the week with pink eye, and then I went to the other eye. So we've had drops going, and now she's got this sore throat, so I took her in yesterday to get the old swabberoo to see what we're dealing with, and strep was negative. Thank goodness. So now we're just doing all the things, just trying to ease her throat. The warm tea, lots of fluids, throat spray, cough drops, gargle with salt water, warm salt water, blah, blah, blah. That's a tongue twister. Doing all the things, and hopefully she can get some relief. But I feel like this time of year, when it hits full stream. So far, fingers, I'm gonna cross everything. We have managed to just be her. Thank goodness, because I don't want the rest of us to be sick. Thank you, Sybil. She'll be fine. It's just at this point, I'm just praying that the rest of us don't get it, because then who knows how long it's going to be lingering, but I'm following behind with my Lysol and doing all the sprays. You're cleaning and straightening up your kitchen cabinets and closet. I just cleaned my kitchen this morning after I got them all out the door. But I feel like the pantry, as soon as I get it organized, it doesn't last very long. So I need to go through there again. Thank you, Irma. So I'm just grabbing a narrow level 2 number 8 for my Zen brush, and I just marked every other. You can kind of see that right there, and we are just gonna get this all painted up, add the gold, and hopefully, since I left the other one undone in its natural state, you will get a perfect before and after. Before and after view. I'm gonna unload my brush a little bit here, and I'm just taking my brush, and all I'm doing right where that pencil was, I'm just going right over it. So essentially, if I drew my lines good and they're pretty straight, you're not going to see any pencil after, is the hope. But if some pencil does not get covered, all you got to do is make sure you get it erased. And I like those gum erasers. I still have not seen them at my dollar store, but I feel like every dollar store has somewhat different stock, or maybe I just catch them on a bad day. A day that they're not fully stocked. Because I feel like I have to drive to certain ones to find certain items. I'm loving that peach zero sugar powder that you if it's Snapple, I'm not quite sure. But thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it. You guys are wonderful. She just caught something somewhere, right? That happens this time of year. But I finally got my peach flavored water. I don't know about you. It is hard. Let me know in the comments. Are you guys good on drinking your allotment of water? You gotta stay hydrated. And just drinking my water, I have a hard time doing it. I don't like the taste of it. There's like no taste, right? Why do you do this method? Oh, thank you, Irma. I learned from Debbie Riggs, check Savvy Sisters. And she has had, I don't know if she still has the tutorial up, but she explains it wonderfully well. I never even painted them before, but she can teach anybody. And then we're just working our way all the way around. But I do have to say, paintbrush is a must. If you have a good brush that allows you to get a good straight line, you can do it. You never tried the checks. Try on a flat surface first. That's what I actually started on paper. Practiced on paper, and then my very first one that wasn't paper was a picture frame. And I still love doing picture frames till this day. One of my favorite. And I just get them at the thrift store. Obviously you can get new ones and do that as well. But I like to, it's one of the first spots that I go to when I walk in a thrift store, is right over to the picture frames. Look at the front, look at the back, make sure everything is intact, the glass is intact, all the things. I'm not worried if I go over down here because I'm doing my gold and that will cover up anything. But that's what I first started with. I find it soothing, and once you get it drawn out, you can pretty much, you can whip right through it. So I'm not looking forward to, if you've seen my pictures of all my hydrangeas, they go around the west side of my house and the front. I have lots. I think I have 7 on the side of the house, 5 in the front, 12. So I have 12 big hydrangea bushes. And once I get done here and swap my laundry over, I'm gonna go outside with my big, whatever those big scissors are. I can't even think what the pruning shears or whatever that is. It's the big boys, the big guns. And I'm gonna go out and chop them all down. I wish I would have did it the other day, because yesterday was our garbage day. So now I have to sit and watch them sitting there all week, but that's all right. Not to worry. So what is your plans this weekend? Hopefully, if my daughter's feeling good, she's supposed to have a swim meet. I feel like that girl's always in the water. Thank goodness, right? Or at a meet. She just had her meet Tuesday with her high school. And tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday is with her year-round club. So she's getting that done. So almost about a third of the way. How cute is that gonna look? So the top's gonna stay this color. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the peppermill, but the top on this one, I'm gonna keep black, just to give a visual. Hopefully everyone knows with the grinder on it that it's pepper, but I thought I would do a little identifier to show which one is which. You've tried Not So Easy. You just need practice. It takes a bit of practice. And I know you you could do it. Super fun. I find it calming. When I was first starting, oh my goodness, I was in my dining room. Right now I'm down in the basement in my craft area, but I would get everyone to bed and I would start at like 10:30 at night and I would be up till like 1 in the morning just painting. The house was quiet. I put a podcast on in my ear and just went at it and just started checking. Hello, Jackie. A wonderful day and weekend. Thank you for sharing. Well, thank you. You as well. I'm glad you're here. If you like squares, that's what we got going on today. I don't know if you just came in or if you were at the beginning, but this is what it started with. I just did the base coats before, so I'm just doing the checks here with you. But it's all about the brush, I feel. And if you just get it right up in that corner and pull, it does take a minute. I wish I could go find, I don't even know if I kept that first paper. I wish I would have kept it just to see the progression. And I think I sold my first, which I think I know I did. Usually my picture frames go quick on my Etsy shop. And I need to replenish. I don't think I have a checked one right now on my Etsy page. But you can paint wood frames, acrylic frames. Just make sure your base coat is good and make sure it's straight. Flat surfaces, some I've done are curved. It does take a little bit more to get that done, but all surfaces are possible. And once you get that done, then you can work your way up to projects like this. They are so much fun. And you just gotta be careful where you're touching. So I'm trying to find a white square I always prop my pinky. Here we go. All right. So anyone else doing some yard work, getting some of the dead bushes, flowers out of the way? I need to pull some of mine in the garage because we got 35 degrees yesterday. It might have been a little lower. That was when I went to school to do drop off. It was 35. Today was 37, but it warms up. It'll be in the 60s today. How cute is that? I'm glad I went smaller. I did one more splice all the way around. But if you don't want them that small, you just do your 4 segments. So we've got 2 more. I'll do my stripes, do my gold. I think I prepped a little much. We'll be done quick. You guys are going to get me out the door and cutting down all my shrubbery. I also have to get my lavender. I got to check. Does anyone know? I don't think I did it last year. I didn't cut them back before winter. And they kind of struggled this year. My lavender bushes. I'm going to have to Google that before I go outside. Do you know when lavender needs to be trimmed back? Does anyone know in the comments? Help me out, please. I thought I did it the year before, and it could just be that it was, you know how they're good every so many years, and then you'll have like a bad patch? It might have been my bad patch this past season. But I felt like even my roses this year have struggled. I don't know. I didn't do anything different. We did all of our weed and feed, all that stuff, fertilizer. All right, Now, are these perfect? You're going to find some that are not all the way around, but you know what? I'm good. Not to worry. So I just got 2 rows left, and I always make just a little, just to offload my brush. I'm going to have to repaint the top just because touching where the pencil marks are. I'm getting that lead on my hands, and then I'm touching it. Good morning, Queen Bee's Bits and Bobbles. I love that name. Thank you for being here. We are updating this dark brown, kind of giving me vibes like 1970. I don't know, I could be wrong. I feel like that's an error. Though dark wood is coming back, I feel like that is an error where, at least I remember from my childhood, everything was dark wood. Dark wood, and we had a floral, if my mom is on, I have not seen her yet. The floral couch with floral carpet. My goodness, it screamed 70s. I feel like in that era, everyone had some form of the florals. Like, oh, I even think my grandma's couch was florals. All right, 1 more row. How cute. Just taking a brown. You can even buy, they have golden oak is a lot out in the store. You can even buy new if you want, if you don't want to thrift it. I just look over everything when I'm thrifting, making sure it's somewhat clean. Though I do wash everything when I bring it home in warm soap water with Dawn dish soap. Get off all the grime. Give it a good wipe down. Thank you, Sybil. Give it a good wipe down. Lebel Junque at home. Welcome, Danette. How are you, my friend? She's another thrifter. She loves to go shopping at the thrift. But always wipe it down. Wash it, get all the grime off, and then I spray it with rubbing alcohol just to get the oils from your hands off. But there we go. This portion and this portion I'm going to paint gold. Let's get our stripes on the bottom. Thank you, Irma. Thank you, everybody. And then we're just going to do every other. I'm going to do a solid stripe just to change it up a bit. Now, what I kind of was contemplating, just because we're working with patterns here, do I keep this solid? Though this is going to stay white. Where's this one? This one's going to stay black on the top because we have salt and pepper. Do I add polka dots on the top? That's the other thing that I have not figured out yet. If I keep it solid or if I add a polka dot. What do you guys think? This is my first big salt and pepper set. I've done a lot of the 3-inch that I've made over wooden, ceramic, pretty much do it all the same. And those went pretty well in my shop as well. So people like salt and pepper shaker sets. But this is my first grinder, peppermill. Super fun. And I will do a smear. That's left out, optional. What do you have going on today, Danette? Are you going thrifting? I don't have my car today, so I would like to. My husband's home, he's out with his car, and my daughter took mine to school. So I'm trying to get all my things done at home because I don't have my vehicle. Trying to think of things to do around the house. So it will be a very productive day, right? When you know you can't go anywhere. the top. Just coming on. These will match. I'm only doing one today though. You know, the laughs, right? I thought she's going to school and then she's staying after for swim practice. I don't want to keep going in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm just going to let her take my car, come home when you're done, because sometimes she'll be done at 2 hours, sometimes she'll stay at 2.5. It all depends, and I'm like, you know what? When you're done, you're done. Just head on home. You're working today. All right, fabulous. All right, that one is done. I'm going to do my smear, so I'm going to move this over. I'm going to pull back what I did used for my base coat, which is plaster and I'm going to just grab a clean brush. You guys know I've had dirty brushes for a bit, and when I was at the store yesterday, I'm just going to grab me some new brushes. It is Friday. Yes, you are right, girl. Right. Friday. Love a Friday. So I'm going to grab a little bit of each just to get my base. Wipe it off on my paper towel. This one might be a little big. Let me go small, because I don't want to do my whole. All right. A little too big. I can go with the smallest brush that I have. There we go. And I'm just gonna swipe down. I like this look. It softens it up. It doesn't seem so harsh. So much black, solid black. And I always do it to one side. And then that way, if you do have a little boo-boos, it tends to soften that look up. And because they're so tiny, I am going a little bit over on the one next to it. But just a little subtle, not too much. Let's continue down there. And then I'm gonna touch up my top. Let's loosen that up a bit. I already painted it, but the pencil marks on my hands kind of wore off. And you could try erasing it, but I can also just whip through and get this done right here. Thank you, Kathy. You guys can, I just hope to inspire you guys to, you can make over anything. Maybe you have a salt and pepper shaker. Doesn't have to be wood. Maybe you have some in your stash that looks similar to this that you want to make over. Customize it, make it your own. You could totally do it. Doesn't have to be checks. This is just something I did. You could do polka dots. You could do the whole thing in stripes. You could even decoupage. What would look good on here as well is on this midsection. Maybe you have a floral napkin. You like florals. You could do that on that section. Just decoupage it in. It'll be one of a kind. No one else will have it, and you made it. How cute. Let's get our gold on. We are cruising. Cruising. Get out and get my yard work done. Hello, Kathy. Thank you. Glad you popped on in. I'm going to seal it before I do the gold, because I want you to see how the seal, I'm going to use liquid patina. Let me use that one. How it really pops. This gives me more of a matte finish. This is DIY liquid patina. decoupage medium. You can use it for a top coat, all the things. But the gold that I'm going to put on takes over 24 hours to dry. So that's why I'm going to go ahead. Did anyone say polka dots on the top? Because this is going to be a set. I think just solid. I can always go back later if I decide and put some dots. I did not see any pencil marks that were visible, but if you saw them, make sure you go ahead and erase those pencil marks. So no one has lavender plants. I don't know why. I'm gonna look it up before I go outside, but I don't know what I did last year. If I cut them back, when is the last time to cut them? I've only had them a couple years. And our tomato plants, I think, are done. They're looking very sad. Probably should have been taken down already, but we've been a little busy on our weekends. Oh shoot, I gotta do the top. Oops. Let's grab that same brush. Before, I have taken toothpicks. I did not do it today. I've taken Q-tips and shoved them in the holes to make sure no paint got in there. And today I was just very careful, but that is an option. If you're worrying about plugging up those holes with your paint, just go ahead and take some wooden toothpicks and just stick them right down in the holes there. Well, I gotta show you the finished look of the pumpkin that I did yesterday with the pizza pan. If you guys saw that, I went back in after my spackle was dry and I hit it with some, I think it was walnut, what is that? Where'd it go? Tin Holtz. Came in with my walnut just to highlight the texture of the spackle. It's right there, that pumpkin. I had so much fun with that one. Hopefully you guys caught it. Did it craft around the clock on Wednesday. But I couldn't do the highlighting of the texture because that spackle was still a little too soft. Takes that spackle about 24 hours to dry. I might even want to drill a few more holes in the top. It's driving me nuts that it's off center. Would that bother anyone else? Looking at it, like it is not dead center. It's a little off to the side. It's driving me bonkers. The little things. It's the little things. I need to just let it go, right? Alright. Let's make sure down here is dry. And the gold is gonna bring it all together. I know, it's bothering me. I might take my drill and add a few more. I don't even use salt on the table. I use pink Himalayan salt, but just barely a little bit when I cook, but I don't even use it on the table. So this is going to be more for decoration. All right. fun. Just got our gold. And for that, I'm using my gold oil leaf, which I get at Hobby Lobby. So I think it just bothers you and I, Kathy. Yeah, I don't know why, but every time I look at that, that's all I see. It's off-centered. All right, I'm gonna grab my oil brush. I could probably use my bigger one. Whenever I use that paint, I grab my brushes that I keep in vegetable oil. Let's take that off actually. Because water and oil don't mix, and then I can put my fingers right down in the center. This is where it's all gonna come together. I just love that gold. I got one rogue bristle that's coming right out the side, so I gotta keep moving my brush. That is gonna just finish it off nicely. Where do you find salt and pepper shakers? You can find them anywhere, like Target, Amazon, TJ Maxx, you know, all your stores sell wooden, if you're going for wooden shaker sets. Now, I always look when I'm at my thrift store. Do I find one every time? No. Sometimes they are badly, I say, abused. They look all dinged up. You know the ones that have the, oh, I gotta paint the bottom, that have the plug that goes in the bottom. Sometimes they're missing, I've seen. Sometimes they're yellow. I would not take any of those. I am very selective on how it looks. Like, I don't want to get one badly beaten up, if that makes any sense. But you can look at your thrift. And because I think new, they're around $20, and I can get it for probably under, this set, because it was taller, was $6. And it needed a cleaning. I love the way that band just breaks that up. But you can find them anywhere, absolutely. I find it a challenge, a hunt to look at the thrift store. Now this one, I'm just going to be very careful around this top. I'm just going to hold my brush and let the shape of this kind of just roll right around. Let it do the work for me. And then the top, I don't have to be so careful because there's nothing next to it, because I took my cap off. The topper I took off. I do have a bigger peppermill. I want to say it's about 2 feet, wooden, that I also thrifted. I have not done that one yet. So that one needs to still be done, but that does not have a salt shaker with it. How adorable. So that one I will be doing. But just get creative. Just grab some paint. You don't even have to do what I did. You can just make it your own. Make it match your kitchen, your color, your decor. What would look good would be like the toile. If you're into toile napkins, that would look good, decoupaged on these. Get yourself some wooden shaker sets and just give it a white background. And grab you some napkins and decoupage or whatever medium you like to use. And just decoupage that napkin on. get, because I don't want to see any white spray paint, so I'm just going to make sure that lip is good. How cute, how quick, in less than an hour, well, you know, probably about an hour by the time I spray painted and did my base coat. Let's dry this up. My gold will take 24 hours to the point to where you can use it, so I won't use it right away. I wouldn't recommend using right away until that gold is dry. I'm going to try and give it a little head start with my heat tool here. Make sure that's dry. And sometimes you will get these with pepper. That one still had pepper in it. I take everything out, like I said, open it up, dump everything. You never know, right? Dump it all out, give it a good soak, put it in a bath with warm water, Dawn dish soap, get all that grease that could potentially be on a kitchen item. Get it all washed down, and then just base coat and go from there. Really didn't know what I was going to do today. I was upstairs finishing my coffee. I'm like, you know what? I've got these salt and pepper shakers that have been sitting on my craft table since the summer, you guys. I've been staring at these. But how cute is that? This will be salt. I'm gonna, maybe, I don't know, if I do the polka dots on top, I kind of like the solid. This will come out exactly the same, but because it is the peppermill, I'm gonna do this part, just the top, in black, just to give that visual of a salt and a pepper. But how cute will that set be when it is all done? I love the gold, the richness of that gold. Love, love, love. Thank you, Jeanette. While I get you on, I'm going to do the bottom quick. I forgot my bottom wasn't done. So I'm going to just paint that black. Just so that it's all done. And then I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Whatever it is you got planned. Just make sure you have fun. You take time to rest, rejuvenate this time of year with cold, flus, all the things going around. Take care of yourself. Recharge. You don't want to be too run down. It's kind of like I'm preaching to myself, right? I need to listen to my own advice. Just make sure you're getting all your rest, and because no one likes being sick. Don't burn the candle at two ends, right? And dry that up. Thank you, Irma. Thank you, Sybil, Jeanette. Thank you, everyone, for being here. So I'm going to dry that up a smidge. Now remember, craft round the clock. Today's Fun Friday. Today is candlesticks. So all things candlesticks. I know you will see a wide range. What I've seen so far, everyone's done something different. And we're hoping to inspire you guys to get those candlesticks out, paint them. You can grunge them up like that primitive style, like how Miss Tracy loves to do. I'm hoping that someone's going to show how to coffee grunge up some candles. Hopefully we can see that today. So I'm going to listen while I'm out in the yard, but here is our finished salt shaker, and then that will be done if I'm ambitious this weekend. So hopefully I can show you next week a full, complete set, but let me show you my pizza pan before I go. This is what I did yesterday on Craft Around the Clock, and I came in with that. I just want to show you my distressed ink. I did walnut and just hit all of the highlights of that spackle once it was dry. But just a Dollar Tree pizza pan spackle. Draw in whatever shape you like. And that is what I used. Just a lightweight spackle. I used the white. I've tried the pink before that turns white as it dries. Have not been too successful with that. I don't know if that was the reason why that one didn't work, but that was the only thing that I had changed up and did different. But I hope you give that a try. You could do snowman, you could do a Christmas tree. The sky's the limit on what you can do. Yes, have a great weekend. So on that note, thank you for being here. I love each and every one of you. Thanks for spending a portion of your Friday with me, and have a wonderful weekend. Take care, and I will see you next week. Bye.